Welcome back to the channel. By popular demand, we are going to do another fitting video today. I'm here with Jim White. He is actually Austin's uncle who's holding the camera right now. So we're keeping it in the family. We're going to do a driver today and we're just going to get into it. We want to make this video fun, but we want to get Jim the best results possible. We're in Scottsdale in the Bay. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we have got your stock driver here. This is what you won at a member.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not exactly fitted for you.
No.
But it is the latest product. We got a GT3, hazardous 60 gram 6.0. First things first, let's measure this up statically.
Okay.
See what it does. And we'll talk about your golf game as we're going. Then we're going to get you on Sportsbox, figure out the golf shaft with the S3, find your swing signature, and then find the best driver for you.
Great.
Okay, let's measure this up first. So, most Titleist drivers off the shelf, we measure to the end of the butt cap. The very end of the butt cap there is at 45.5 inches. And then we measure CPM, cycles per minute. Little laser beam crosses here. Tells us about butt stiffness. The more times it crosses that laser beam, the stiffer it is, basically. It's like pinging a ruler on a table as a kid. If it does this, it's really soft. If it does this, it's stiff. Just a raw measure of stiffness. This is the easiest one to talk about, because this says it's a 6.0 golf shaft, and we've got 239 cycles there. It's playing exactly what it says on the tin in FM, 6.1. So that's good. Sometimes golf shafts come out and they're a little stiffer than they say, a little softer than they say. Oh, right. Sorry, one more measurement. Swing weight. But this is doing exactly what it says. Hazardous black is generally a stronger golf shaft. Swing weight D5 on the nose. Neither here nor there. We know this wasn't fitted for you, but that gives me an idea. When we start seeing these shots go off, what the relationship between you and the club is, and where I can go that's going to be different from that.
Right.
And obviously we want to beat this, right? We want to make it your best driver yet. So tell us a little bit about your driver game. We talked off camera, but what's it like?
Yeah, it's just decreased a little bit as I've aged distance-wise, and I have gotten in better shape trying to hold that off. But yeah, I'm hoping a little technology would get me back. So
goals, distance?
Yeah, I mean just 250 consistently, which I think is kind of everybody's goal. But yeah, I have a bad miss left and right, and they're about 180. So that's it makes the golf game a little longer, especially when I play with the guy on the camera who strikes the ball just slightly longer, and our son who strikes the ball quite a bit longer, and it makes me way back in the pack. So yeah.
When you say you've got both misses, is it low left, high right, high left?
Pull left, which usually gives me a little bit more distance, and then I think late hands is right, so it just splays open a little bit, and
And the one down the middle, is it straight? Does it draw there? Does it fade there?
It's usually fairly straight.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a slight fade.
Okay, well, let's get some baseline with this. Let's see what that does. I'm going to capture your swing on Sportsbox here.
Swing when ready. Swing detected.
I'll give a quick overview. So we partner with Sportsbox. Our S3 technology, which is the shaft database, we measure all the shafts ourselves on a machine on the other building. We capture all that and we create a universal flex system. That universal flex system then needs to match to a player. It just makes it really easy to not have to describe what stiff and regular is. It gives us like our own system of that, so we give you a numerical value. We are trying to find your swing signature. And this load index, CC load index, this is a number we've created in the last year, looks at a lot of aspects basically about how the golf shaft moves through space, when it loads and unloads, releases, rotates, all those kind of things come in. And we try and compartmentalize that without having to explain all of it. So you swung that driver at 87 miles an hour and your load index was 3.0. The most simple way to explain it, Ernie Els would be like there or maybe a little higher, really long, smooth. Freddie Couples, right, tempo town. And then you got John Rahm. And he would be like a number one on that scale. He's just here and then smacks. So loads, doesn't do a lot of release. He just whacks it from a short, sharp power move. So we're trying to find different profiles of golf shafts. And obviously the higher the number, you might not need the same flex as someone who may swing it at the same speed, but do it from a really short, sharp, non-released action. That makes sense. And then we plug those in to our software. We've got speed, And you're still warming up here, and we'll capture some more shots, but you're in that 90 mile an hour range. So let's go 90 on the dot. Load index 3.0. And this just, the roughest way, it just sends out a signal saying, Jim's swing signature is 45. Find me all golf shafts that will work for a 45 number, okay. Right? So it's pairing you up. Yeah. But we can be more intelligent about that. We can start looking into the right weight, the right, tip section, torque, all those kind of things. We can start dialing it in. So it's really rough right now, but it does give us our top 3 options in our cool clubs matrix. Okay. And that's basically what we're trying to do. So you can see here, and I'm going to generalize, but it brings in regular flex, R1, 4.5, M3. So all these manufacturers have different names for flex. How do the average person know what to even pick? So
that makes sense.
This just makes it more efficient. So we'll work on those golf shafts as we start dialing in your ball flight. Let's hit another 4 or 5 more with this. Let's see what we've got. And where's your strike on the face normally? Do you have like a common miss? Is it low, heel, high toe?
Right here. Is it upper?
High toe?
High toe.
That's pretty common, right?
Yeah.
That looked a little better for start line was there. Yep. Straight down the middle, 222. So we need 30 yards today.
Yeah.
Easy. That's better too. But this should be closer to where you need. 238, all right.
Now that's probably a better shot for me.
And you said that pull goes a little further, right? Yeah. For most people, just face meets ball.
And then of course, doing a round, if I pull one out of play, then I don't want to go back there, right? Right. So then I get that the weak right.
Well, let's see what this next swing does now that you've had that. See if you kind of react or not. That was really nice. So one of the benefits of indoor fitting is that you don't get to react to that. We see ball flight, but you don't see it, and people kind of change outside a little bit. So it can help indoors where you just kind of make your swing over and over again. Right. And let's talk about that. I look at your club speed, and this is kind of how I tell if someone's warmed up or not. Generally, if they builds and builds, but yours kind of, we hit some off camera. You went 89, 91, 88, 87, 88, 91. So I think putting you in at 90 is fair, and you may be a little under that, but we've also got product to work with. If lighter swing weight can make you move it faster, a lighter golf shaft can make you move it faster. So we'll look at all those things. One of the big ones I do want to check out is your average impact location. Exactly where you told me it was, right? High and toe. So we obviously want to drag that to here. Length of golf shaft, type of golf shaft, we'll do that. Lie angle will help us with that too. Okay. So we have lots of levers to pull that can get us there. And then obviously we can look at the side and top trajectories. These your good hits, let's look at those. You can see that pulls that one out there, a height of 57 feet. It's kind of low, right? It's going to run a long way of its final distance, and you can see that there, landing at 210, going out to 254. It's 44 yards of on the ground. Right. So we want a land angle to be somewhere in the 30s. Okay. Providing we get good ballistics through the air there. And then this is a big one. This is one of your faster swings, and you actually transferred good energy. So the head itself isn't like a major issue, and we know this. All the heads these days have like really good energy transfer, but it's dialing in like the center of gravity for your specific needs and your shot pattern. There's drivers that are better out the toe than some, right? This energy transfer was good hit. This launch was good. The spin rate was really low. That's why we saw it kind of come flat out of the sky. My biggest concern is that strike point. I think we need to get that more middle more often. And going back to the S3 software here, and maybe we'll be able to get this on camera tight rather than screen record both. But right now, if we took that snapshot of that one good shot, where we say, right, we need more spin, like in a perfect world. But the launch is good. You're hitting up on it nicely, but this is way too low spin. That's a low spin shaft, and it's a 6.0 on the FM. And this isn't exactly how it works, but that would be roughly a 60 on the swing signature. So it's saying we need to find a lower number. It's not good or bad, but it opens up softer, which can add to offering more spin for you. The head is really going to be the piece that does that the most. Okay. So it's going to help us present more loft with center of gravity further back. So I'm going to start with both, but really I'm going to grab the heads first, try and dial that in, the shaft at the same time to get the center strike and kind of pair it out. Do you have any specific care about brand?
Not really. I've typically played a Taylormade, but that's just, no.
Okay, I'll pull tight. I mean, we've got all the big brands, so
obviously, but
just fix it.
Open, exactly. I'm open.
Okay. All right, let's go find some stuff. So the top three, let's dial this in a little tighter. I don't want anything below 45 grams, and I don't want anything over 65 grams. I don't want it to be a low launch shaft. So now we're dialing in. You can see all of these numbers down here. All of these golf shafts work for you. We have tons of golf shafts in our matrix that are applicable. It's just finding the right one for you. So the top three are a red board, EC1, and Accra. Let's start there. Red board, the higher launching Accra. Start with these two, and let's go. We want maybe. That was a lucky pick. The only one I haven't grabbed off the shelf right now is the Titleist, but I will go probably back to that at some point and do the. In fact, no, let's start with the ping. We're going to start with the ping, but the Titleist GT2, a little more forgiving. CG's a little further back than the 3.
Okay.
That will help. But where's the ping? Right. So we've got the Ping G440 Max, super forgiving. We've got adjustability. Should spin a little more than your GT3 for sure. And we've got the Accra GX150 M3. And although that wasn't the number 1 on the list in our software, it's number 3 on the list. And I think it's one of our best options for like launch and spin, and it's way different profile from this Hazardous Black.
That's great.
It's also a little shorter.
Okay.
Right, I want to give you control. I want to get away from that toe strike where we can. So I said this to Austin when we did our session. It's you kind of get the first one free of charge because every swing feels different in weight and length, and shaft feels different. So let's not place too much weight on the first shot, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Good to go.
Yeah. Feel and visual is going to be a big thing here. So as you go, just doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. Like it's feel is your thing. So, and you got to love what you're looking down at and be confident in it too. Okay. Okay. That was a little high in the face, I think. It sounded that way, but I don't know. Okay, skinny one. There's the first 3 swings with this, and this is the impact location change. This was the Your Gamer driver there, and then this is the ping. I mean, that's way better. Obviously, in a perfect world, we want to hunt right in this spot here, but, and I can't confirm or deny right now, but I'm sure that the shorter length shaft is helping us with that a little bit, and potentially the profile, right? It's a better flex for you. It's moving a better way to deliver the center of the face. So that gives us a better chance of hitting the shot that your swing is making. And I think that's the biggest thing about fitting, right? It's like, can I make you hit the perfect shot every time? No. But if I start making the golf ball go where you swing it, you should be able to figure it out.
Right.
And the consistency will be like, I know what I'm doing. I know how to set my body up to behave that way. So already we're gaining control. Even with that one miss hit, I think we're on the right track. How do you like the look, feel, sound?
Yeah. I didn't really notice the sound, but yeah, it definitely feels a little lighter, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good or bad?
I don't know.
No, just
yeah.
lighter.
Yeah, I'm a results oriented. I don't really. I'll swing any color, any.
Can you feel the difference? Because flex is this weird thing, right? There's like profile and weight and flex can feel similar. Do you feel it's different to the other shaft, the hazardous?
Felt like I got through it a little bit, especially on the last one.
Yeah.
Felt like I got through the ball.
Okay. Does it feel like the other one gets stuck or feels jarring?
Yeah, it feels like the impact is harder.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't feel like I get through it. As I get fatigued and around, I feel like I'm not accelerating all the way through on that.
Perfect. I mean, that's where I'm going down the road of, that's too stiff, right?
Yeah.
Giving you lighter and smoother is going to make it last longer in a round of golf. I know it's only maybe 14 swings, hopefully.
Right.
But it's still, you want to have the freshest swing on the 18th tee box. So it will help with that for sure.
Okay.
Let's have a couple more with this. This is a good start. So one of the biggest things for you, and we didn't talk about it right from the get-go, is that club path. And that's the defining factor between your miss, right? The club path is left, -7 to 9 degrees, give or take. If we had 0 line is our target line, that just means the club's exiting this way through impact. That creates the pull. When you square the face up, it just goes down that line. When you leave the face hanging open, you got the club head energy going that way and the face pointing this way, so you get that glancing blow out to the right.
That glancing blow miss.
Right.
But
we've tightened that. We've now just got pull, pull, pull. So, and that comes from really the centeredness of contact. The average ball speed, and this is taking everything, good, bad, has jumped up 5 miles an hour. We've gone from 123 average in the Titleist to 129 average in the Ping. Launching higher, launching about the same on average, spinning about the same on average, 191 for 222, 180. So we've gained 5 or 6 yards, and there's a bit more left in the tank. One thing for me is that tee height, and it could be just in here, but as that sneaks up, we see that the strike takes away the energy transfer. So all I've done is nudge that down 1/4 of an inch. Let's hit one more like that.
Okay.
And then we'll try a different head. Okay, good. Launch. 18 degrees, 2 degrees out. Love that. Remember that last spin was 1300 on the pull? That's 1800. It's still low, but better. That will stay in the air longer. Right. The land angle on that got to 32 degrees. Good.
Much better.
We're pushing towards the right goal. Okay, let's give you a different head. That's a good start though. I've some high hopes for that Ping as a whole. I think that's a really nice option. Okay. We're going to go Cobra. And this Cobra is a 10K driver. So, oops, that's not it. Find it, Cobra. 10K is the MOI, basically, added together. The rear MOI, front to back and left to right. Just means stable. Thank you. Got that on camera.
Put that on slow-mo.
Okay. And I'm going to keep the shaft as a constant right now. We're trying to pull one lever at a time. Again, 10.5 degree head. Exactly the same golf shaft as you just hit in the Ping. Huh. That to me was really similar to that last swing, right? There was a little bit of ground in there, but the ball speed on the Ping with that last shot, very similar, was 128. and that Cobra was 131. 3 miles an hour of ball speed is 6 or so yards carry, providing the launch characteristics stay the same. And you made your swing, your thumbprint. 2 degrees up angle of attack, love that. 8 degrees left, it is what it is. But we didn't get that big pull or that carve fade. That was awesome. And that was your 250 number. And I think there's more in the tank.
Like it.
Miss hit. Love that miss hit. That's what we want to see.
Right.
Right. The fade going, that's about 10 yards, not quite 15 yards offline. Inside that second dotted line on the left there is 15 yards.
And almost a 200-yard carry where it was a 168 carry, I think.
The high one was your worst one. It was a Pop Sky 157. The one that was a little better was 182. So we picked up, 16 yards on a miss hit.
Yeah.
And still tight down the middle. And this is a great example. Like, I can't tell you that ping's better than Cobra or vice versa.
Right.
But for you, there's going to be a product that just kind of stands out and puts up with what you do more often. That's what we're looking for.
Love that.
.130 ball speed, high launch, a little high spin there for me. But look at this blue group coming together. That's fantastic. That blue circle is just tight. And like you said, I mean, the goal was distance. And I think the funny thing about driver is that distance can be perceived two ways, right? Obviously, when you nut one, you're like, oh, great, I got my 265 or whatever it was.
Right.
But distance can be perceived where I didn't lose a golf ball today. My miss hit went further.
Right.
You know, it's like all these things culminate to be like, oh, I am hitting it longer because I'm not hitting it out of play, or my miss hit went, a little longer than my old miss hit. So
well, as a 16 handicap, I feel like, especially playing in the desert, I'm going to lose 6 strokes around by out of play. Routine, hitting 3 off the deck.
Right.
Like if I do that 2 or 3 times in a round, that's the frustrating score, right? That's the 92 versus the 86 or the 87.
Yeah.
And that's where I'd like to be, is that mid to high 80s every time, not the low 90s, which 92 is my favorite number, I think. So I should have worn that in sports in high school, I guess, because that's a number I like to hit. But that circle keeps me safe.
Yeah. And that's a great analogy. Like for me, like you're the real golfer here, right? Like I see a lot of golf swings and golf things. You'd like having that from someone, knowing that desert golf is really tough, even at a good standard of golf. Keeping it in play is like absolutely paramount. So it's really good feedback. There's the pull.
Yeah. And
hopefully, I mean, I don't want to see the pull, but I want to see the pull do what that one did relative to the Titleist was, way further left and finished at 236. That was a similar distance, but, way more in play.
Right.
Let's have one more with that so we got an even 5. And then I'll take us somewhere else. Oof, that one changes the game a little bit. Spin for us, so too much spin. I love that. Launch is good, spin's too high. Let's see where you clip that. Sounded lower in the face. Yeah, that was a little on the bottom rail. So everything always spins when you thin it. The club, as the ball impacts, the club does this, and the ball just rides up in the air. So it's okay to spin from low. We just might want to control it. But look at that. Even though you mishit that Cobra, similar to how you mishit the Titleist, the dispersion was better. So that says to me, okay, the 10K, the higher MOI, the stability helps. But what happens with CG, or MOI and CG come together? The higher it is, the further back the CG is in the head towards the rear of the golf club. That maintains loft like this through the shot. That can cause low in the face strikes. That can cause more loft to be presented when you hit with the ball, which in the first instance looked good for us because we saw that your flight was coming out low. But in this case, we're seeing a bit too much spin. So now I'm going to go back to the Titleist GT2, which is one of the more forward CG forgiving drivers, and just see what we get with this new shaft in it. So give me a second to go and grab that. And hopefully that'll present a little bit better loft and a strike in a better position. You know, you said something interesting just a minute ago. You said, like, I want to improve my swing, but that's what I've got. We had a really interesting comment on the last video we did with Austin. Someone was like, well, you didn't really fit that guy to a golf club that's going to help him, like, change his swing. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So sometimes that might be the case, but you kind of got to know your audience too. Like, exactly what you just said, you kind of accept that that's what you've got, right? You've had a back surgery, you know, you're out there in the field. You're not grinding on the range with a coach every single day, right? You're playing golf. So that's what club fitting's about, is like finding a club that gives you, with what you've got, the best it can be for as long as possible. And you will change over time. We get faster and slower and those kind of things, but you're keeping yourself in great shape. This golf shaft club combination should last you a long time with what you've got, and everything's adjustable these days. You can knock loft around if you need it, you know, weight adjustments if you need more weight in the front or the back. So,
well, and I've spent, you know, $1,000 on coaching probably in the last 3 years, so it's not like I'm not trying to improve my golf game. It's not like I just hack around and then come in here and try to fix it. I'm trying to do a little bit of combo, but this is a piece I'm missing. So
knowing that this gives you the best chance.
Yeah, using off the rack clubs is not giving the best option. So.
Absolutely. And, you know, manufacturers do their best job, right? Like, what's a standard club? Who's the standard human? Like, they just give you the best thing they can off the rack. Like, we're just dialing this in for exactly what you need. Interesting. Okay. Spins in a good spot, launches in a good spot. Ball speed under that 130 number. We kind of know our ceiling now. If we can get you over 132 with something, it's going to be great. That was 129. $135, 17 launch, 16 launch, 2600. How about that?
That works.
Yeah, awesome. And that's a little pull. I love that.
Yeah.
And that's your thumbprint.
Yeah.
4 degrees up, 9 degrees left. Face was half of that. Height 88 feet, landing at 37 degrees. Great, like on the golf course. This is your right one.
I was going to say, my body's early, my hands are late.
But this is what you do, right? And we've got to build a golf club that does this. So this is like 50-50. Now we've got a little bit better delivery of loft and spin.
Well, and that miss is carrying 211 now versus, you know, it's getting longer and longer.
But the trade-off here is a little bit bringing in that right side again.
Yeah.
I mean, this is still, probably still the winner, even with those two rights in it. Good ball speed. That's the lefty low.
Yeah.
One more. Before you hit this last one, if you had to pick right now between Ping, Cobra, and Titleist, where are you at?
I mean, I like the distance of this setup, obviously. The Cobra felt safer.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to swing this one more, but I think if I swing this one more and it stays in, then I've got the tightest
with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's hard to argue with.
Exactly, yeah. We're not deleting any shots. We've kept the whole gamut here. Oh boy. 15.5 degrees launch, 2300, 24. Same golf swing, right? Same golf swing.
Yeah.
Angle of attack's up. Path is left. 230 through the air, 260 in play. So it's really hard to, and this is what I love about club fitting, right? We haven't changed the golf shaft. We haven't changed the length. The loft's changed half a degree. The others were 10.5. This is 10. Okay. All we're doing is changing that piece on the end to start with, and it almost finds itself. Right, I do want to get the Callaway. So now I'm moving away. Like the Ping had the furthest back center of gravity outside of your GT3. We're calling that just a home base. So it's not even using that as a reference. Then the Cobra was similar, and it was 10K, so it was really far back. This, I've moved the CG forward, and we seem to have better results, right? Then we've got the two left on the rack here is the QI35 10K, CG's way back, or the Callaway Elyte core model. And that CG is more like the GT2, somewhere between the GT2 and the Ping. So let's put that on and just finalize that. And I'm going to move away from all really far back CG, just seeing that you can hit the distance you want with the straightness you want.
Yeah,
That's the key. And then we got to kind of finalize golf shaft. And I
what was the club face?
Yes,
marks
that's
on that?
what I was just going to go to here. So low toe, interesting. Still a little different. So our best club face was certainly the Ping, for strike wise, but the trade-off was distance. Then we've got the Cobra, sporadic. You hit a few right in the same spot, but out towards the toe. And the new Titleist GT2 was a little closer. We still, maybe we'll mess around with lie angle on this too. Let's hit actually the Callaway is going to be a better spot for lie angle anyway. So let's start with the Callaway driver.
I think that was that free miss you said.
Yeah, it's the first one. Get that one free of charge, no problems. Good start line. And that for me was a little miss-hit.
Okay.
Just didn't get all the punch on it. But we know, I think we've got the right bones about what we're after here now. One, 15 degrees launch, 2300. Okay, please hit a couple more. I'm just going to go and dump this head out because I do want to give a Taylormade a try, but I'm going to give a different Taylormade a try. Nice. I mean, you've hit 4 there, including the one we give you a free pass at.
Right.
And ball speed's in the right place, spin's in the right place. So we're now we've like broken the back of finding out what's good for you, right? We need about 10.5 degrees of loft, 10 to 10.5. A lie angle in the, not upright spot, but a little more upright. And the center of gravity not too far back. So we're getting distance here again. But it's not, what's it cost us? 15 yards from the Titleist good one. That last one there was decent.
Right.
244 total versus 259, right? 15 yards for me at the end of the game. We can't give that up.
Right.
So I would just say, that's fine. Let's just.
Well, because that's probably my next shot's either an iron or a wood.
Right.
Probably a difference.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have to go to a 5-wood, 3-wood. Just guess, depending on the course, obviously. But if I can get into the irons, my game is gonna be better, probably.
And that's what I look at for people don't think like that normally, funnily enough. So, but that's actually 100% right. Is if we can get you 260 and you're playing a 400 hole, well,
yeah.
You don't have to hit wood 140 at your speed,
well,
right?
Yeah, no,
so
exactly.
It changes that. Everything else gets squashed up. You're using a shorter club with more control. Right. There's an absolute advantage to hitting it that 15 yards further. It's a club and a half for a lot of players.
Well, yeah, I feel like having that narrowing down that miss range too is, I'm probably more excited about that than anything because I know they're coming. I mean, it's just real. I don't like them, but they're going to be there.
That's it. So this QI35, I had the 10K at first because we were looking for trying to get some launch and spin out of it. This is their core model. Good, higher for sure. Love that. That's a good first one. Five. Here we go. Thoughts?
Doesn't feel a whole lot different.
Okay.
I don't.
Hope we get the audio on that.
Yeah, no, that's very true. I always say the feels and reels aren't on the same page.
Right.
And what I feel and what really happens, very different.
And everyone's got a different, right? So there's no right or wrong with that. So sometimes it helps because someone says something where you're like, right, that correlates. But other times you're like, shoot, I don't know which way to go now. They've said that. So there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's good. I tell you what might be right, this driver. Okay, let me pull one more lever on here. This is, well, I think this is a good point to kind of like sum up. You haven't even hit 5 drivers with this yet, 3, but they're all, you've landed them on a blanket out there.
Right.
And now we're talking much less trade-off for distance and way bigger gain for control. So then I'm like, all right, well, we can trade off a little distance if we can hit it in that same spot over and over again. First lever I'm going to pull is just moving the CG around. Heavyweight was in the back. I'm going to move it up to the front to try and knock those RPMs down and get the strike a little higher in the face, hopefully. Yeah, let's see, the strike's inconsistent on that one, but I want it to be right in that center.
So I can hopefully not embarrass myself on the member and the member guest I play in, and you know what I mean?
And you perform, yeah.
But then I do have really good rounds. Yeah. Like a couple of those first few drivers, that's my handicap.
Yeah. That's it.
I have stuff in the high 90s, low hundreds, and I got stuff in the low 80s. And it's like, I would just like to just narrow it in a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
well, hopefully this club helps.
Yep.
The next lever to pull is going to be shaft, but we're really pretty close on that already. Woof. There we go. Straight away. All I did was move that CG forward. So like, that's the final piece of evidence that I need to know that we need stable, but we need the CG to be up. The further back it goes for you, controls it, but it just steals distance. Gotcha. So this is that blend. Now we've got 2 driver contenders, but really, we have 1 driver contender because the distance with this and the dispersion is awesome. So you can hit that again if you want, and I'm just going to maybe find another golf shaft or a couple of golf shafts. That's the beauty of the S3 software. Like we're not going to pick a golf shaft that's wrong for you out of the gate. We're already in the right realm. It's just then dancing around with a couple of feels. But this is like a great price point, and clearly performed well. Yeah. We'll try a couple of others just to see if you do have any feel.
Okay.
Have one more with that. And we literally have not seen, touch wood, 1 golf shot out of that batch. That's incredible. Ball speed, I mean, if we go from where we started to where we were, GT3, again, nothing wrong with the GT3, just that setup for you. We got 123 ball speed average, 186 carry for 215. And then we go to that last setup, QI, 135 ball speed average, 12 mile an hour gain, 225 for 246, so 40 yards.
Yeah.
Right, 30 yards on the back end.
Yeah.
It's huge.
And that's going to be my standard swing.
Yeah.
I might straighten it out, I might hit a better ball, but it's not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
That's if that's my standard, I mean, that is as standard as it's going to get.
Then the strike positions.
Much better.
It's a little low where we want it. I can't move the center of gravity any further forward in this model, but that's how I like it. That's exactly where we need it. Let's try a couple of different golf shafts, more for the viewers. I mean, I really like this. Will be a combination that I'm going to say, hey, this is a recommendation. Okay. Let's see what else we got on the rack there.
So what do we got here?
Okay.
Besides pretty flowers.
Yeah, that's it. I just thought you'd be a flower guy. No. So
this matches a shirt.
Mitsubishi Time Honor Red Board. This is their new generation. This is like a 20-year-old version of shaft. They just re-released it. It's the same kind of thing as the Acura. It's like a stiff handle down to a softer tip. It's designed to launch and spin, but really golf shafts, and this is kind of a new way of thinking, although it's always been the same. Golf shafts have always been marketed as high launch, mid launch, low spin. You can't decouple launch and spin with a golf shaft, right? Those two things come together. If you present more loft, it does both, generally speaking, depending on where you strike it in the face. So it's really about like, what profile does what that last driver does. Like, it's going to be hard to beat that combination, candidly, but it's a similar thing. It might feel different. Sometimes you do get a little bit more energy transfer, like because the way it feels makes you move the club a bit better or touches a bit better part of the face. So let's find out.
Do they still use kick point? Is that a term?
Kick point. Super generalization. You know what I just said about stiff handle to soft tip? A kick point is like kind of imagine the golf shaft having a mark on it somewhere where the golf shaft literally bends more. Well, the diameter of a golf shaft starts at 0.60 in a driver and ends up at 0.35. There's varying ways on how to get there, but it is only ever going to bend the most down this smaller, thinner end, right? So it's just like how that golf shaft moves as a unit. Is it stiff, then soft, or is it stiff, soft, then stiff? So it doesn't kick specifically anywhere. It's just how the parts of the golf shaft move as one. It was a miss hit.
Yeah.
A little bit of ground before ball. First one out the gate again.
Definitely didn't feel good.
Funny, right?
Yeah.
Same head, same loft setup, same weight setup, same length. All of a sudden, not as good a driver.
That's really interesting.
Well, let's see if we can prove what we figured out. All right, back to the Acra. So that was a miss hit, and let's see what we get. Okay.
Yeah, that's that body way first, hands way late.
And we're flicking back and forward now, but ball speed was up.
Man, look at the total distance for a miss. Like that makes me happy.
New territory.
And it's not missed completely off the screen, which is good. And I didn't hit Austin with the ball, so that's
it. Austin just jumped in that corner there, like no problems. Confidence in Uncle Jim. What I love is that even that one wasn't your Sunday best. We're back in that group of shots that we saw earlier, right in the heart of it. 131 ball speed. We saw that your ball speed dropping off to 125, 123 on those miss hits.
Right.
131. And we saw it stretch all the way out to 138 with this driver.
Right.
So remember, 7 miles an hour gain from that 131. That's going to be 14 yards carry. I'm being really generic there, but that's roughly what it is. So another 14 yards down the fairway with a good hit.
No, that's great. I think the consistency of it is probably what I like the most.
Yep.
And then obviously being in a range that I want to be in, even with the miss. So, and the misses aren't as bad as you can see. Some of the other ones up there were pretty bad. So
I mean, we're screen recording this. Austin will throw this up. But we can. I wonder if I can just. I'm going to ignore every shot, but essentially for everyone at home, with that one miss hit, which was when we took you away from the shaft and went back, which is that blue outlier out there. This group in here on the left is every shot that you hit with that QI and the Acra.
Yeah.
And then this white group in is where we started the day with the Gamer, the GT3.
Right.
Like, it's a different world.
Yeah.
And the other one, a fun one I like to look at is this side top dispersion. So this was the side top with the Gamer.
Wow, look at that.
Just tightens that like you start seeing that window. And we got a little bit to the high side of that that land angle. We don't want to be maybe all the way up there, but it's really based on that one being your high flyer. Your good shot is, where is he? Yeah, that's what we want. 35 in the number. It's 2,600 or 2,700 RPMs landing at 35 degrees still runs. You might get more run than it says on TrackMan on a harder fairway where it's kind of prediction. All of this is, but I'm really excited for you.
Yeah. No, that's great.
The last piece of the puzzle for you, and it is a balancing act, is the grip. And some people are like, oh, this is the grip I play, and kind of away we go. It looks like you got some pretty big mitts on you. Is that a large or an XL glove?
XL.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So just grip that up as you normally would. I'll take you through what this feeling was. And keep the pressure on that hand. Just turn that over, and maybe Austin can see. Sorry, this way here. See how these fingers are like all up and under there? That definitely is small for you.
Right.
In a good way, small is like easier to let go sometimes. And when the face follows the path for you, that's what we saw, right? The ball went where you swung the golf club with your left path. So we don't want to go massive and like stop your ability to close it, but something a little bigger than that might give you a little more comfort and control rather than, you know, having to choke it out and flip it.
Yeah.
And then you might see like that pattern start to shift a little more. It'll be a fade swing because but it won't be a pull all the time, and it won't be a cut. So we're gonna go for a little bit of a bigger style grip, and then we've got millions of options in terms of color, texture, and one of the biggest ones for me is weight. So let me grab that driver again right now. We don't want to be going up to, let's say, a really heavy mid-size or a jumbo. D3 swing weight there. It's a little lighter than your D5 that you started off with. Okay. But I don't want to be putting a massive grip on it and then that dropping down to D0 necessarily. Because I want to still keep the feel of what you had in this session the same. So we'll be finding a larger grip that gets the swing weight in the right category, but still gives you comfort and traction.
Okay.
And that's how we do it.
I like it. Yeah. No, I love the technology behind it. It's amazing just to see it and be able to, you know, I guess, give into the ball speed being in the 90s. Or club speed, sorry. Club speed being in the 90s. I mean, that's just kind of where I am.
Oh, and that's actually something, we didn't change that a lot today. Sometimes lighter products can make that jump a lot. Right. I think what we ended up with was that your average was 91 with this. So average stayed at the top end versus your average was 89 with your gamer because there was so much spread. And you may find more with the slight change in the grip and also confidence. Right. You start hitting more fairways, I'll give it a rip a little more, and you start putting a little more into it. And this golf shaft can obviously put up with a little stiffer than that and a little softer than that, so faster and slower. Okay. So it's you're not all of a sudden not going to work for you if you start swinging at 95 miles an hour. Right.
That's great. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming out, being a part of this. Maybe we'll do some more. We'll let the viewers decide. Jump in the comments. Tell us all about what you think about Gym Swing. Hit that like, hit that subscribe.
Be honest.
Be very honest. Tell us what you think about the fitting, and hopefully we get to do some more with you. Appreciate your time.
Sounds great. Appreciate it.
Thank you.